For this video, I challenged myself to come up with 13 creative ideas you can use for your bass lines. I've really tried to keep things as universal as possible so you can get inspired no matter the software or genre you produce. If you'd like to grab all the synth presets in this video for free, there's a link below. Our first two ideas are actually from an 80s icon, the TB303, which I'm sure most of you know for its squelchy acid filter. But in my opinion, the most exciting part of the 303 is actually this small section next to the sequencer, starting with accents. Accents are a way to emphasize certain notes. The 303 does this by making only these notes open the filter. This is actually super easy to do in any synth. Just select which notes you want to accent, raise their velocity in your MIDI, and use this velocity as a mod source on the filter cutoff. Accents have the really cool effect of adding not only groove and syncopation, but also a pseudo melody. We can emphasize this further by also using this to modulate the distortion. Just be aware you might want to also modulate the amplitude to compensate. It can be really fun to also use something like a multiband delay to emphasize these accented notes even more. The second part of the 303 that's extremely fun to emulate is its pitch slide function. Start by making sure your bass patch is mono, turn up the Portamento glide time, and make some of your bass notes overlap. We're nearly there, but the missing ingredient here is legato, meaning when two notes overlap, our synth's envelopes, in this case modulating the filter, won't reset. Another way to quickly generate bass lines is by simply taking some chords and putting them through an arpeggiator. The real trick I want to share here though is to make use of note retrigger. If we add extra notes to our MIDI, these will now reset whichever pattern we've selected, instantly turning it into something much more interesting. It can be fun to go back and forth between the MIDI and arpeggiator, adjusting different parameters to add some extra flavor, or even trying completely different patterns. Again, you can grab all the presets you're hearing for free at the link in the description. We've got 10 more bassline ideas to go, but first I really wanted to share something helpful if you are trying to learn sound design but sometimes find it overwhelming. This is a video game with an actual synth inside it that teaches you sound design step by step. It plays a sound, then challenges you to remake it and submit your attempt, giving you instant feedback on what you missed. To stop you getting overwhelmed, the earlier lessons have way fewer parameters, letting you train your ears at your own pace, adding extra challenge over time. There's over 190 interactive lessons, 140 videos, and more than 100 remake challenges of iconic sounds. If you use my link below, you can try the first 22 lessons completely free and also get 10% off if you decide to get the full version. If you're watching this on your TV, you can also scan the QR code on screen. Either way, I do earn a commission, so thank you for supporting the channel. I only ever recommend products I truly believe in, and this is absolutely one of them. Okay, this next bassline idea is one of my favorites. If we open the filter cutoff in this bass patch, you might notice a subtle melody going on, even though we're only pressing one note. Most modern synths let you create stepped LFOs like this one. If we use it to modulate the oscillator semitones, each step value outputs a different note. It does take some trial and error, but it's an incredible way to discover new bassline ideas. We can play around with the rate, and to make each note more defined, we could use the same LFO to modulate the filter, or even a separate LFO entirely. From here, we can experiment with the rate of both LFOs to create variations. Again, feel free to grab this preset and experiment with it yourself. Of course, sometimes it's nice to go back to basics and write something from scratch, which brings me onto the next idea: rhythm first. Next time you're laying down a bass line in MIDI, try limiting yourself to just one note and focus purely on the rhythm. Not only do I find I often come up with more interesting grooves this way, locking down the rhythm first means that we can now experiment with different melodies without second guessing ourselves. This also gives us a rhythmic framework for other melodic ideas too, like this chord sound, for instance. A different way to start with rhythm is by using percussion loops. This tom loop already kind of works as a bass line, but a really cool trick here would be to try using it as a rhythmic template for a completely different bass sound. Here I've recreated the rhythm in MIDI, added some swing, and used our accents trick from earlier to mirror the accents of the toms. And it's not just rhythmic inspiration we can get from samples. Here I've taken a melodic loop and chopped it up. I challenged myself to write a bass line to match and ended up with something quite nice. Even if we wanted to remove the original sample, we now have an inspired bass line we probably wouldn't have written otherwise. There's a world of samples out there to use for inspiration, including bassline samples themselves, which brings us onto our next idea: resequencing. Sometimes one of the most fun ways to make a bassline is to rearrange one that already exists. You can use bass loops for this, but in this example, I took the 303 bassline we wrote in the intro and rearranged it. It can also be super fun to combine different bass lines. We do give up some of the freedom we have with MIDI, of course, but sometimes creative limitations can produce more interesting and immediate results. Earlier we touched on Portamento to create 303 style slides, but what if instead it was actually the main thing we built our bass around? Let's turn up the Portamento time quite a lot and set it to always trigger whether notes overlap or not. From here, we can try out different bass lines, with even simple ones now having a lot more movement. Other bass lines may call for shorter glide times if a bit more crowded. You can also really push the Portamento time and just end up with a completely different melody altogether. One of my favorite ideas in this video is what I call the morph bass. Let's say, for example, we have a plucky bass synth. Here I've used a macro in Serum to create a completely different version of this bass we can automate between, adjusting things like the envelopes, modulation, and even the octave. Now in our bassline MIDI, we can automate morphing between the two versions. Here I've left some space in a simple 808 bassline to try something experimental, specifically exponential rhythm. If we duplicate our 808, in a new MIDI clip in Ableton, we can draw the amount of notes we want, then use the MIDI tool Time Warp to create a speed curve. Even though most of these notes are now off-grid, using it in small doses alongside a more standard bass pattern can sound really cool. I I also covered in a previous video how to do this with any arpeggiator or synth LFO, so if you're not on Ableton, I'll link that below. You may have heard of polyrhythms, and while they can be tricky to use in bass lines, there are a few that can work really well, like this 4/3 pattern, 4 bass notes divided equally across 3 beats. Or 5/2, which is 5 notes spread across 2 beats. With more complex polyrhythms like this, it can also be fun to try subtracting notes for more of a tuplet swing feel. We also have the dotted note bassline, which is 2 notes every 1.5 beats. And of course, we have the classic triplet bassline, 3 notes every 2 beats. Let's put rhythm to one side though, and talk about one of my personal favorite ideas in this video, and that is polymetric basslines. Here, for example, we have some synth keys that loop every 4 bars. Instead of writing a bassline that syncs up with this, I've instead written one that loops every 6 bars. This means that we land on a different bass note each time the keys restart. A great way to create interesting and hypnotic movement over time. I hope you found this video inspiring. Don't forget you can grab every single preset in this video for free down below. And if you want to start taking sound design more seriously, definitely try the free lessons linked below. And yeah, thanks for watching and subscribe for more.